think by yourself what should be the application of this sensor. You can post the in the chat, in the Zoom chat only. Yes, thermometer. Any other application? Yes, for the safety purpose in industries, air conditioning. Yes. So there can be a lot of application with this sensor only. You can use it in home automation, like depending on the temperature sensor value, you can adjust the speed of the fan, or you can just like in the air conditioner, it is already doing this thing according to the temperature. It is setting the compressor on and off. Yes, nuclear reactor. And when you are using these sensors in the industries or nuclear reactors, these kind of things, uh, you cannot use exactly this sensor, but similar temperature sensor you can use. In industries and this type of environment, there is a lot of noise and lot of heat maybe there, and there will be some oiling in the machines of the uh, industries. So there we have to use sensor which is having a proper casing according to the industry standards. And yes, you can use in power plants also. Okay, I think now we can move to the next topic. Uh, Nadir, you can start with the ultrasonic sensor now.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, Nadir, you are audible. You can
Yes,
start
sir.
with the ultrasonic sensor now.
Good evening, everyone. Uh,
Hi.
today we are now. I'm moved to next topic. The topic name is ultrasonic sensor. Uh, I share my screen with you. Um, Sir, is it visible?
Yes, 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 it is visible.
Visible.
It is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can see that there is a sensor. Name is HCSR04. It is an ultrasonic. Hello,
Hello. Yes.
Yes, 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 it is audible.
hello, sir. Um,
Yes, you are audible now.
this is an ultrasonic sensor. Yes, sir. Yes, yes. And now I continue this. This is an ultrasonic sensor. Name is HC. Yes, sir. This name of ultrasonic sensor is SCSR04, distance measurement ultrasonic sensor. Yes, and this is an Arduino. You can see that the connection of ultrasonic and Arduino are look like this. And now I zoom it, and this is an VCC 4 pin. This is first pin is VCC, second is trigger, and third one is echo, and fourth one is ground. Now each pin performs a different function. With the first power pin, and the second one is for trigger operation. Echo pin is echo operation for ultrasonic sensor, and fourth one is ground, which is connected to the Arduino pin. Basically, this is an digital sensor.
Nadir sir, go a little bit slow.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, a little bit slow. Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Yes, sir.
you.
Okay, sir. So I start beginning. So I restart this process. This is an ultrasonic sensor. First pin I saw. This is an VCC pin for power supply to an ultrasonic sensor. Second pin is for trigger operation for an ultrasonic sensor, and third pin is an echo pin for performing an echo operation for an ultrasonic sensor, and fourth one is ground pin. Now, as you can see that my trigger pin of an ultrasonic sensor is connected to the third pin of Arduino digital pin, and my echo pin is connected to my fifth pin digital pin of an Arduino. So that means this sensor is a digital sensor. It performs it. So this sensor as a digital sensor, so it is to be connected in digital pins. So I connect this 5 pin of digital Arduino and third pin. And for power supply, I use to connect VCC of SCSR04 ultrasonic sensor with 5-volt power supply from Arduino. As zoom in, this you can see, and ground pin of Arduino with SCSR04 ultrasonic sensor. So basically, this sensor is used to measure a distance of an object, and it is a non-contact, means contactless distance measurement sensor, which is used to measure distance of object in front of this sensor. So this basically sensor is used to measure distance. So we move to forward to the code part. This is an code part. As you can see, the first we have to initialize each pins of an Arduino, what we perform like input operation, which pin we use for operation. So in the first line,
Here you can zoom in on the
yes,
code part.
yes. Now it is, yes.
Nadir, I will just explain the working of the sensor.
Is it visible?
To code.
Clear? Okay, sir. So basically, this sensor is used to transmit the sound wave to the object in front of the sensor. So as the sound waves reflect back from that object, and it receives that reflected back sound wave, it measures the time period from how much time will it take to return back from that object. So as you can see that these sensors have trigger pin and echo pin. So trigger means to trigger means start the sensors to transmit the sound wave. So as I put a trigger pin high for some time, this sensor will send sound wave to that to the from the sensor, and at the same time the echo pin is you start sensing that any sound wave reflect back, so that it can measure time period from how much time will sound wave to reflect back to the sensor. So basically it is used to measure the time period so as we can calculate the distance. So basically this sensor is used to measure the time. Sir, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes,
With
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
with the with the measurement of sound, we can measure the distance by how approximately the distance far away from the sensor. So as you can see that this is a trigger pin with the number of 3, means we are using trigger pin with the Arduino digital pin 3. First we initialize the pin number for Arduino, so that we perform it in our white setup loop and loop function. So the second line is an echo pin. Echo pin is the number we use for 5. 5 means we use a digital pin of 5 Arduino. So both pins are connected with the 3 trigger for operation and echo pin for digital number 5 pin. And the two variable we also use, first for duration, for how much time will it sound wave takes to reflect back from the object. And the second thing we use is distance. The main part of this sensor project is distance. Distance variable is the final variable which we show you in this experiment. So, and now we move to the setup loop. Setup loop, as you already know, the setup loop is used to initialize or declare what type of operation you want to perform with the sensor or Arduino. With the Arduino, this is a pin mode operation function in which we use a name variable trigger. As we declare it, it is connected with the digital pin number 3. So we don't need to write 3 number. We just need to write the name of that variable like trigger, so that it is easy to remember in the next time of code, like what we use pin number. We don't need to remember the pin number always. We just need to the name of that variable through which we connect our digital pin of Arduino's. Okay, sir. So that means we use a trigger pin as an output pin. Means it acts as an output operation. Like if we hide the trigger pin, that means a sound wave, means ultrasonic sensor starts sending sound waves. This and the 10th line of this code is pin mode echo input pin. Means the echo is receive, means echo is an input part of the sensor. So I declare it as an input for Arduino. And now we move to the while loop for continuous operation, repeated operation. For an repeated operation, we use a while loop function. In that, if we want anything like repeatedly again and again, so we use that part of code. We put that part of code in this while loop, so that it perform again and again without any interruption or anything. So in this while loop, as you can see, it starts from 15th line. Digital write. I used to trigger digital write. This is a digital write operation for triggering trigger pin like pin number 3, digital pin number 3. So this digital pin number 3 is act as a high, means it starts its operation, means high means a start operation. So after after putting a high on trigger pin, we perform a delay operation. Delay in microsecond, not in second, millisecond, microsecond. For only 10 microsecond, we perform a delay operation for 10 of microsecond. So it means that trigger pin will high for only 10 seconds, 10 microsecond. And then I put trigger pin to low so that no sound wave will start moving out from the sensor. I just need only 10 seconds to trigger my ultrasonic sensor. Then after that, I used to get the time set. So means echo time to like echo operation reflect back of sound wave. So I used this with a pulse in function. As you can see, pulse in function contains a echo and a high. That means whenever any reflect back signals detected by the sensor, it will starts calculating the duration. It will high the echo pin and starts calculating the duration from how much time will takes to reflect back from that object, so that we calculate time. It is necessary to calculate time to measure distance as the formula of with the help of formula of speed we can measure time. So this on the next line we see a distance with equal to duration multiplied by 0.034 divided by 2. It is basically a calculation part, a simple calculation part. Like this duration means a time for reflected back of sound wave. And the second thing is that which we multiply it with the duration is 0.034. This is basically a speed of sound wave. Speed of sound wave, as we know that 340 meter per second. So why with this doing this 0.034? Because it is in microsecond. So we need to get the distance in centimeter. So we perform 0.034 multiplication with the time duration, which is called, and divide this we all think with the 2, because this as an echo pin there is a forward and backward operation. So the time will this process should be divided with the 2 so as to not double. Now after that, now sir, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir. After that, we after getting the distance with the time and sound wave as a formula, we get a distance value or proper value of distance of an object, how far the object is in front of the sensor. Now we have to print that statement as so that we know how distance is far away from the sensor, how close it is or far. So we use a function name is serial.print. Print function, as already sir told everyone, that print function is used to print a line on the serial monitor. So I use this function as to display my distance measured value. So I first put my distance value of name is distance, so that we understand what actually a type of data we got. We got a distance data, and the next line is I use is serial.print line. That means after putting my value inside this distance name, my line will be automatically to the next line. So the line will always be repeated after completing this, and I perform a delay operation of 1 second. That means 1000 millisecond, so that it easy to read or see the distance, how far it is from the sensor. Now I simulate this to easy to understand all of you what happening here. So I start simulating this and move to the code part. Yes. Huh. Now you can see
You
the
can
distance. Yeah, yes, visible, everyone. Yes. Now you can see the distance is printing here 71.79 centimeter. This is a centimeter value, and when I click over the sensor like this, there's a ball in front of you. Just drag this ball and move forward and backward to see that there is a changing in the centimeter value, like 68.5. Here is a 67.85 approximate value, like with some error or anything that sensor gives. At approximately equal to the measured value. As we can see that I move forward, the distance is increasing, 85.1. Now you can see the 84 approximate result. You can see that. So this sensor is basically is used to detect the object distance, how far the object is from the sensor. So it takes an echo operation for its measurement, like time and distance. And as we all move forward, so you can see that 139 increasing order, 137, and so its range is basically from 2 centimeter to 400 centimeter, like 4 meter. Up to 4 meter, it can detect any object distance. From far away, it not detect. So that's the sensors working and the connection. Hope you will understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think there was some disturbance in Nadir's voice due to some network issue, I guess. So, Rachit sir, can you explain very quickly again? I think most of the things are clear to everybody, but still, Rachit sir will quickly explain, go through this.
yeah. I'm just explaining. Actually, I was disconnected from the meeting, so I will just explain it now. Okay, Nadir, you can give the control access to me.
Uh, okay.
In options, you have a remote control option. You have to give it to.
I, I think our connection is a little bit slow, so I will open it into my browser only. That will be better.
Simply explain working nature, sir. Otherwise, no need to share the screen.
Okay, okay. Okay, so you can see the sensor. You have four pins: VCC, ground, trigger, and echo. Okay, VCC ground are the power pins which we have to connect to 5 volt and ground, and this sensor will not work on 3.3 volt. And then there are two other pins, trigger and echo. So trigger pin is used to trigger the sensor so that it starts its working. Okay. So for triggering the sensor, we have to provide a pulse of at least 10 microseconds to the trigger pin from the Arduino. Okay. So what is the meaning of pulse? First, we have to make the trigger pin as high, then give at least delay of 10 microseconds, and then make it low. So that is a trigger pulse. So after the trigger pulse, the sensor starts working. So you can see there are two big circles in the sensor. That is, on the left hand side it is written T, and on the right hand side it is written as R. So T is the transmitter and R is the receiver. So when we give a trigger pulse, so after that sensor starts transmitting the sound waves from the transmitter T. Okay, you can see a dotted line here. It is going to the object, and then it is reflecting back from the object to the receiver. Okay, so this sensor calculates the time required by the sound waves from going from transmitter to object, and that coming back to receiver. Okay, so you can see it is taking a time period of suppose t. So actually it is taking a double time. One is the transmitting time when the sound waves are going from transmitter to the object, and then again the same time from returning from the object to the receiver. Okay, so whatever time we get from the sensor, we have to divide it by 2. Okay, so after receiving this sound waves, it calculates the time, and then for the same time it makes the echo pin high. So for example, it takes 30 microseconds from transmitting to the object, and then again receiving from the object, it takes 30 microseconds. So for that the same 30-second period, it will make a echo pin high. So when it will make a echo pin high, we have to detect for how much time the echo pin was high from the Arduino, so that we know the time period. So that's why we have used the pulse in function in the Arduino to measure the time period of that echo pin. So on the code side, you can see we have declared trigger pin on the pin number 3 and echo pin on the pin number 5. Then there is a long duration, and duration is used as long because it is giving the duration is microseconds, so it can be a large number. So it cannot be stored in normal integer, so we have used long here. And then we have used float distance. So distance is used as float because when we calculate the distance can be at any decimal value. Like it is currently printing 47.16 or 47.35. So we have to use the float value here. Okay. Now in setup, it is similar to like earlier one. We have used the serial.begin 9600, and pin mode of trigger is output because we have provided the pulse from Arduino to sensor. So it is output for Arduino. And then pin mode echo as input because we are calculating the pulse of the echo by the Arduino. So it is receiving from the sensor. So that's why it is input. Now in the loop, you can see we have provided a trigger pulse, a digital write trigger as high, then delay of 10 microseconds, and then digital write trigger as low. So it will generate a pulse of 10 microseconds high pulse on the trigger pin of the sensor. So after this, the sensor will start its working, and after the sensor completes its working, it will make the echo pin high for a specific amount of time which is it has calculated. So we have to check how much time it is taking for the echo pin to remain high. So we have used the duration variable and pulse in function which calculates the high time period on the echo pin. So it has two parameters. One is the pin number, which is the echo, and second one is we have to check which pulse, high pulse or low pulse. So we have to check high pulse here. So after using the pulse in function, it is given the duration is microsecond. Okay. So you can use now the simple formula, distance equal to speed into time. So speed of the sound in air is 340 meter per second, and duration here is in microseconds, and we have to divide it by 2. So when you rearrange the terms and calculate the distance in centimeter, you will get this formula, duration into 0.034 divided by 2. And then we are printing the distance. just distance colon and the actual value of the distance, and there is a delay of 1 second. So our after every 1 second it will again trigger the sensor and then calculate the echo pin duration and then calculate the distance and print it. So after every 1 second it will print the distance. Okay, and there are some more type of sensor for measuring the distance. Someone has written that what is the difference between ping and the ultrasonic this SR HCSR04. Okay, so you can see there are some sensors where there is only one pin for trigger and echo. Okay, so that is the ping sensor. Generally, we call it ping sensor, but it is not a standard name. So you can call it just ultrasonic sensor only. That will be having a 3 pins VCC ground and one common pin for trigger and echo. So there is no difference in the working. You have to just specify the same pin number for that. And there are some more sensors where you can see the transmitter and receiver is only have one. So that the same component is working as a transmitter, and after that it is transmitted, it is working as a receiver. Okay, but the working and the code will always remain the same. Just you may need to change the pin number only. Okay. I think that will be now more clearer to you. And there are some more questions here. Where did the blue pointer come from when kicking the sensor? Okay, so you might be uh, seeing how to run the sensor. After clicking simulate start simulation, you have to just click on the sensor, whether it is any type of sensor, whether it is a PIR sensor, temperature sensor, or ultrasonic sensor. Just click on the sensor and you can control that sensor. If you have any other question, you can post it here.
ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఫామ్ రెడీగా ఉంది కదా, ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఫామ్ ఓకే పెట్టేద్దాం, కరెక్ట్గా 5 to 5 పెట్టేద్దాం.
You can take some minutes for doing this experiment also, and then after that simultaneously we will taking the problems also, and then after that I will be posting the assignment for today on the Google Classroom.
All the participants are requested to do this exercise for 10 minutes. Okay, after that some assignments may be given by the Rachit, then we have to talk on that. Rachit sir, are there any assignments for today?
Yeah, I'm just posting in the classroom. Just it will take time.
Okay, Google Classroom.
Yeah, Google Classroom.
If some participants may not get the invitation for Google Classroom, I simply share the code of the classroom in chat. You have to use that code, classroom code, to join into the class. I have placed the Google Classroom code in the chat. If anyone has a problem in joining to the class, you have to use that code and join through your Google account, Gmail account.